Welcome everyone to a brand new video. It's me, your host Dark, and today we're gonna be reacting to this video right here by the rubber called SCP-1471 Mal-O version 1.0.0, which is an SCP that apparently manifests itself in a phone. You know, we saw a video about this before, we learned a lot, and now that I think about it, I learned a surprising amount of random things doing these reaction videos. A lot of things that aren't really useful in my day-to-day life, if I can be real honest with you. But this does remind me of today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for curious people like you and me. On here, you can explore new skills or work on your passions and just get lost in creativity. Skillshare empowers you to accomplish real growth. There's just so much to check out, awesome projects to create, and you can do all this with the support of fellow creative members. All in all, Skillshare offers membership with actual meaning. Look at it, it's meaning. The things you will learn can help you stay inspired, express yourself, and they'll introduce you to a community of millions just like you and me. I've already picked out a few topics I think a lot of you will be interested in. You can see them right here, I know, and there's just a handful of them. I personally learned a lot following the masterclass on productivity by Ali Abdal called Principles and Tools to Boost Your Productivity. And I'm not gonna lie,
I kinda needed it.
and check this out, guys. The first 1,000 people to check out Skillshare using the link down below in my description will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership. Skillshare is made for learning. You won't have to sit through any ads, and there's always new classes being added, so you can just stay focused on learning whatever you want to learn. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. And in a time like this, your voice and brain is more important than ever. So start exploring classes and unlock your creativity for social good. Now let's get straight into the video.
They felt helpless.
Oh.
All they could do was just sit in the bathroom and hope they would go away.
Wait, let's just sum up real quick what I know about Mal-O. So it's an entity that manifests itself through an app. It doesn't actually do much. It literally just stalks people, and only the people who it's stalking can see it. But other than that, it don't really do much.
The room felt like their only safe haven until they were exposed to them for too long.
Wait.
Hello everybody,
Wait a second.
I'm the Rubber.
Them? Are there multiple Mal-Os?
Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Euclid Class Object SCP-1471. SCP-1471, also known as Mal-O, version 1.0.0, is a free 9.8 megabyte application for mobile devices.
Don't download it.
Distributed in online application
Don't do
stores
it.
with this description. Never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. Mal-O is an exciting and interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued.
Yeah, don't fall for it. It's probably a fake Chinese game. Or it's an SCP, which are both kind of bad things.
The anxiety of social situations can be nerve-wracking, but after just a few hours of Mal-O, you will soon forget all about those painful emotions of disappointment.
Well, the only reason you're gonna forget about those is because there's gonna be a creepy creature following you, and you're the only one who can see him. So you'll probably go crazy. So that's probably why the anxiety of meeting people doesn't feel as bad anymore. It's because you got more severe things to go through.
Be part of the new craze that is quickly becoming the next social substitute.
Who made this?
Remember, the more you participate, the more Mal-O will engage you. Your experience is completely up to you. Absolutely no ads. Enjoy.
No ads?
1471 has no listed developer and is somehow able to bypass the application approval process to go directly to distribution.
I wish I had that.
1471 is also able to avoid removal by other program manager applications. After SCP-1471 is installed, it will then begin to send the user images through text messaging every 3 to 6 hours.
Now that would get super annoying. That would already make me want to delete the app. But guys, listen. You might not know already, but I kind of know what's in those messages. And trust me, you'll be shocked. You'll be so shocked even that you'll leave a like right now. That's how shocked you'll be. So go leave a like.
All images will contain SCP-1471-A,
Yep. Cute.
either within the background or foreground. SCP-1471-A appears as a large humanoid figure with a canid-like skull and black hair.
Wait a second though, I've never thought about this. He has a skull and black hair, but is the skull his actual head or face? Or is he wearing a skull mask? What do you guys think? Leave it down below in the comments section. I've actually never thought about that. It could go either way. I mean, I've seen skull masks in real life before. Those are an actual thing.
On the first day of installation, the mobile device will receive images taken at locations commonly frequented by the user. After 48 hours, the mobile device will receive images taken at locations that were recently visited by the user.
Kinda creepy.
After 72 hours, the mobile device will receive images of the user in real time.
Yeah, that would scare me.
With 1471-A appearing within
That
close
would definitely
proximity
scare
to
me.
the user. Users with over 90 hours of exposure to the continuous images will begin to briefly visualize 1471-A
How can you
within
stop
their
this, though?
peripheral vision,
How
reflective
can you prevent that?
surfaces, or a combination of the two. Continued exposure to 1471 after this point will cause irreversible and sustained visualizations of 1471-A.
I feel like if you start seeing this dude in your, vision and in reflections, you might want to stop using the app, like without even knowing that what you're doing is irreversible. I feel like just seeing him in your peripheral vision will make you go like, I did not see that. I will delete the app now. Bye. At least I feel like that's how I would react. How would you react? Let me know down below.
Users at this stage have reported periodic attempts made by 1471-A to visually communicate with them, but fail to understand or comprehend these actions. Currently, the only known treatment to reverse 1471's effect is to eliminate the user's visual exposure to the images prior to 90 hours after installation.
So what he's saying is after 90 hours, you're done. Mallow will stalk you forever and ever and ever, unless you somehow go blind.
To date, no apparent hostile activity has been reported regarding 1471-A. All mobile devices that have 1471 installed are to be confiscated and analyzed for any potential leads to other possibly affected devices.
So he's saying no hostile activity has been detected on Mallow. So as far as we know, he's not evil, so maybe he really just wants to keep us company. So imagine you keep seeing a creature that looks kind of creepy. At some point you get used to him. He wouldn't look as creepy anymore. I mean, think about it. Babies are kind of creepy. They're like tiny human. That's scary. Is that not scary? Like tiny hands and everything. Now, imagine if we weren't used to babies. We would definitely be shocked and just terrified of those small evil things. But since we're so used to seeing babies and everybody was a baby, except me, of course. I've never been a baby. I've always been dark corners. So we got used to seeing babies. That's why babies are not scary to us, even though they're kind of scary, trust me. So you'd get used to seeing Mallow, so he would stop being scary, and he's not hostile, so maybe you'd start seeing him as a friend, like a pet bird, I guess.
Afterwards, affected devices are to have their batteries removed, be assigned a designation, and be placed in storage unit 91
not just destroy
at
them?
Research Site 45. Here's a story from a man called William.
What up, William?
About his experience with 1471-A, which he calls it Capone. William started seeing Dr. Laura Brenz 2 years ago, after he first met Capone. William said, I was scared when I first saw him. It happened just as you told me. The messages, the pictures, seeing him around every corner afterwards.
That would be scary.
I was so young. Who wouldn't have lost it? Believe me, William, I know many people have reacted the same way. Fear is a more common reaction to the unknown than you'd think. Dr. Brenz consoled him. It's not that I'm afraid of him anymore. I mean, he makes me jump when I see him in the morning. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. It's just the bad connotations he has.
Yeah, I feel like it's just the way he looks, which is kind of sad, because maybe Mallow just wants a friend. You guys ever thought of that? Maybe he just wants a friend, but it looks so creepy, everybody's just terrified of him.
I know that he does, but it happened 2 years ago. I know it's hard for you, especially with your shadow, but you need to carry on, Dr. Brenz stated. William just sighed as she continued. Our session is almost up.
Whoa.
We made some real progress,
What
William.
progress?
When you get home, I want you to think back to your first experience and write as much as you feel comfortable sharing. Is that all right? Yeah, Thanks for seeing me.
I hate writing. I would not even do
William
that.
then drove home from the doctor's office. He drops the backpack near the door. Go to the patio.
What happened?
Wave to Capone from the mirror.
You waved?
Fridge. Drink. Chair. Crash. He grabbed a few sheets of paper and a pen. Bit by bit, he pieced together the sequence of events that led up to this point.
You downloaded the app.
According to William, Capone had been with him ever since he was 15 years old. One day, Sarah, William's sister, told him about an app that she downloaded.
Oh, I've seen the story.
She said to William, "It tracks you through your phone's GPS and sends you pictures of the places you've been, with a really cute monster placed in the photo to make it look like it's following you."
Is he really cute though?
Her description of it sounded pretty cool to him, so he asked Sarah to help him download it on his phone.
Wait a second. I'm pretty sure there's at least 10 people in this world who know about this SCP and know how to make apps.
So I wonder.
If after this video I search up Mallow on the App Store, I wonder what I'll get. If I do manage to find a Mallow app, do you guys want me to actually try it out? Let me know down below. And while you're at it, hey guys, I'm gonna ask for the third and final desk cap, probably not the final time. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications.
After some prodding, she found the app, which was a
He has a
surprise to the
flip
both of
phone.
them. It was obvious that his phone didn't have any kind of GPS, but neither of them had even thought about it until much, much later.
Hold on, they're shocked because his phone doesn't have GPS. How the hell does this flip phone have an app store? How did they even get the app on there?
Soon, William received his first picture. The first picture he received was a photo taken in his school's courtyard,
Ooh,
with
creepy.
Capone sitting on one of the benches.
Scary.
Capone was covered in his black, matted fur, with his knife-like claws, a set of blank, pure white eyes,
Cute,
and that
she
face,
said.
which was merely a skull belonging to some kind of large beast, looking directly at them with
Hey,
that
Mello.
large, wolfish grin.
What up, boy?
William gave the phone back to Sarah, telling her how terrifying it was, and that he didn't want to receive such messages anymore. She just jokingly punched his shoulder, saying, "I'm sure he'll grow on you
He
eventually."
literally did.
Tell you what, if you can put up with him for one whole week, we'll go see that movie you've been wanting to see.
Why for
If
a
he
week?
still gives you nightmares, we'll delete it.
Why not a day?
If you end up liking it, we'll laugh about it later. Deal?
Bruh, if she had just said a day, which would have been less than 90 hours, he would have been fine. Mello would not have been able to keep stalking him like this.
William looked at it again and unwillingly agreed to it.
Big mistake.
Sarah was ecstatic after that and showed him all the pictures she received. She only had 3 so far. One at her office,
Yeah.
one at the park, and another on the road they lived on.
And she's not freaked
Each
out by this?
picture containing her own clearly visible entity. Sarah
How is
told
she not
William
scared?
that she had named it Cassandra. After that night, William continued to get pictures of Capone for a while, following him at school, the bus stop,
Capone,
his street, virtually everywhere he went.
How are they not freaked out? Look, I can understand if someone gets pictures of where they've been and edits in Mallow. I mean, that's kind of possible. But they are in the pictures, meaning someone is making pictures of them. Someone is stalking them. They should be freaked the heck out.
Some days later, William got called out from class by Sarah.
Oh boy.
While driving back
Yeah.
home, she kept asking questions about Capone.
She knows what's up now.
Sarah then told him they were being pursued by something. She had no idea on how they were doing it, but she knew that they knew where she and William lived. She couldn't figure out how to delete it. She said she tried everything, but couldn't find a way to get rid of it.
Yup.
She couldn't even find where the app went.
It's in real life now.
Suddenly, William got a text from the app. Sarah froze and stared at him, as if to say, "Don't look
Did he
at
look
it."
at it? Was he dumb
But
enough
he
to do
did
it?
The photo was taken from the hood of the moving car, giving them a clear view of what was behind them. Capone took up most of the back seat
Dang.
and towered over William.
He's just chilling.
They both turned around, preparing to scream at the monstrosity behind them. But when they did, the seat was empty. They didn't know what was happening.
That would
or
turn
what to
anyone
make of it.
crazy.
But they felt that the only thing to do is to run away, abandoning the car. They hastily ditched the car, ran the rest of the way to the
What?
apartment,
I would never.
and locked the door behind them.
Never.
They locked themselves in the bathroom and waited. They just stayed there, even when they got a message from Cassandra or Capone. Sarah would scream at them, asking why they were following them and begged for them to be left alone. They felt helpless. All they could do was just sit in the bathroom and hope they would go away.
Honestly, what would you do in this situation? I can't even imagine getting in a, supernatural situation like this. Would I go crazy? Than I already am? Probably.
The room felt like their only safe haven until they were exposed to them for too long. Sarah started to panic.
Exposed to what?
Saying that she kept seeing one of them behind her. He tried to calm her down by telling her that maybe they were not really there. Then he saw Capone in the mirror. William convinced Sarah that they needed to leave the room right away.
Good idea.
They couldn't stay in the apartment forever. They called the police and they both got help.
Wait, where's their parents? Do they not have parents living with them? They seem kinda young. But wait, the police. Finally, somebody actually called 911. Except in this case, I don't know how you would convince 911 that there's some kind of invisible entity following you and it all manifested because you downloaded an app off the App Store. I feel like that's kind of hard for them to believe.
Everyone's case was different in terms of interaction.
Wait, they got help?
But for William, Capone was always in a mirror or some reflective thing large enough to show it. Capone was predictable, and William could always find ways to block him out when he needed it. He learned how to expect Capone, and after a while, Capone kind of grew on him.
But wait, Capone and Cassandra are the same entity, or are there multiple Mallow entities? What do you guys think?
Capone always seemed to try and interact
kinda
with him,
nice.
even if William didn't understand what it was trying to say most of the time.
He looks kinda cute, like he could be your best friend, like a Shinigami. Leave a like if you get that reference.
But he would greet Capone with a casual wave as he passed by it from the living room
kinda
mirror.
nice.
And eventually, Capone started to wave back. Capone kind of became a constant companion to William.
Progress!
However, Sarah was not as lucky as William. Her case was much more serious.
Why?
She saw Cassandra everywhere she looked and around every corner. Unfortunately, Sarah couldn't handle it anymore and took her own life. Now, every time he sees Capone, he is reminded of what he did in the car that day. If he didn't pick up that text, she would still be here.
So he was actually starting to like Capone until his sister said he passed away. Then he started associating Capone with his sister passing away. So that's where it kind of started going downhill. But once again, this raises the question. Cassandra was seen everywhere by Sarah. So was Cassandra a different Mallow, or is she the exact same one that William is seeing? Is Capone and Cassandra the same person, the same thing? I have no idea.
But then again, who would have known? No one knows who made the Mallows or why.
Exactly.
No one knows if anyone actually made the app.
Wait, he kind of just said it. He said no one knows who made the Mallows. Plural. So there's multiple ones. These according to the rubber.
2 years since the incident, William learned how to get used to Capone being there and carry on with his life.
Good.
Despite everything, William found himself talking to it, like one would talk to a dog or cat about their day when they're alone. William always said to Capone, "At least I know you're interested."
So I guess this story, it's sad. It's a sad story. R.I.P. Sarah? Was her name Sarah? I don't remember her name. Kinda has a bittersweet happy ending. William and Mallow are kind of friends. That's cool. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and hey, go check out the Rubber's channel down below in the description. He has a lot of other animations that are just as amazing as this one. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications on their channel as well. Go check out my other videos by clicking here or here, and hopefully I will see all of you next time. Dark, signing out.